There's some large news coming out of the boxing world. And of course, we're going to break it all down right here, right now. Anastasia Busis, I'm going to be joined by the one and only Tammara Thibeault. You know her well, two-time Olympian, world champion, Commonwealth Games champion, Pan Am champion, one of the most formidable Canadian boxers of all time, has made the decision to turn pro. December 13th, she is making her debut. You know her well again. Tam Thibeault, join me please. So nice to see your face. We're a little more than a week out. How are you feeling? It's gonna be exciting for you to step in that ring as a professional.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's like I've been around for a long time as amateur, and now I get to step into this new challenge, which is like quite exciting. I don't really know what to expect, and that's kind of like the thrill of it, right? It's going to be something new, something different, on a pretty big on a pretty big stage, which is something I'm used to now. I can't lie. I'm feeling overall just really excited and just really happy to get back in there and do what I love.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. You're going to be down in Orlando. Was this like living in your brain? Was there a moment when you can kind of go, yeah, I knew I wanted to become a professional at that moment, or were you thinking of it prior to Paris?
It was something that I was thinking about for a while before. I'd been through two Olympic cycles and I love Olympic boxing, and I wanted to try something like different, through my career. And I thought this was a really, really good opportunity. It doesn't close the doors to the Olympics for me, which is incredible for the women and well, women and men, but especially women. So I'm just really excited to be able to just jump into this new chapter. And it's been a while, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, to your point, best of both worlds. You can be pro, you can go back to the Olympics. But kind of on like a granular level, how has this changed your day-to-day or your preparation, if at all?
Uh, it's definitely longer trainings and more volume because as a professional, we actually do more, right? And as amateurs, it's 3 rounds, 3 minutes. As professional, I'm making my pro debut at 6 rounds, 2 minutes. So it's the workouts have been pretty intense, pretty long, but I think I'm well adjusted, and I'm really excited to see like all the work that I've put into this performance next week.
You had mentioned, or you kind of said, well, I'm just excited to see what it's like. But are there things that are really exciting? Like, are you looking at the competition as a step up or just different?
I would say just different, right? Because I've been on big stages. I've been against the best of the world, and I just think it's going to be very different. It's the same sport, but a little bit of different context. So I'm really curious. Like a lot of people have asked me, like, "Oh, how do you feel? Do you like I?" The simplest answer I could say is I don't know, and again, that's what makes it so exciting.
It is so exciting. So, from my kind of just armchair, viewing position, amateur boxing has always been very, I don't know, I don't want to say a gentleman sport, but very friendly. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Then there's this bravado a little bit about professional. Like, is it something that you turn on, or like how are you preparing for the bravado of the professional world?
I intend to be myself. Like I think that's something that's been carried out throughout my whole career is just to be who I am. So essentially I am just Tam. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I don't think I'm gonna put on some kind of persona or like I have to be somebody else to do what to accomplish what I want to accomplish. Essentially, regardless of what is said before or how things are portrayed before, I'm gonna step in there and I'm gonna handle it like the professional athlete that I am. And I think that speaks louder for me than anything else.
100%, 100%. And great answer. So excited to watch. Paris 2024. It's been a few months. Where are you with just those emotions?
I mean, like everyone has a bad day. Like all great athletes, have bad days. Like everyone has a bad day at work. I make no excuses, right? Like things happen and happens to the best of us. Obviously, I'm just like I was disappointed, but I definitely think it's gonna make me a better athlete. And I have two options. I can let it stop me, or I'm gonna use it to grow and just become a better athlete and shake myself off and just keep fighting.
When we were talking on the POV podcast a few years ago, you said a champion is defined by how you get up from setbacks, and you've been such a champion for Canada. I hope you know that. Does it motivate you going forward, though? Are you thinking about Los Angeles 2028 at all?
Uh, you know, I think I think I'm gonna take it one step at a time, right? I think right now I'm focused on my professional debut and doing that. And then when the time comes and have a decision to make, I'm gonna make the decision that feels right. But I've always been so proud to represent my country. It's one of the things that I am most proud of, and it's something that I'm gonna carry with me, no matter what I do, no matter what I decide. But yeah, definitely
You got
thinking about
lots of
it.
time. You got lots of time. Paris was just 15 minutes ago. Absolutely.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
it's also an incredibly like important as an athlete. If there's something that I've learned throughout this experience is to take things one step at a time. I am an urban planning, urban design major, okay? So my whole personality is planning for the future and planning for when things go wrong, right? So I think I'm really gonna take this one step at a time. Right now is my pro debut, and then whatever challenge presents next, I'm gonna focus on that, and I'm just gonna build myself up to get to where I want to get to.
So, what does the next few days look like for you? One step at a time going into December 13th, your pro debut.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's just wrapping up things here in the UK. For those who don't know, I moved to the UK a few months ago to pursue a master's in urban design and urban planning. So I am over the river pond for now, in my 1 year master's. I'm gonna wrap up things here to end my semester, and I'm gonna fly over Monday, get some media in, and then just slowly just like narrow my focus, get my bubbles for Friday night.
So excited to watch you make your professional debut. Tam Thibeault, one of the greatest Canadian boxers of all time, going pro. Congratulations. That's all going down on December 13th. Thank you so much for your time, Tam. And congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.